Yo everyone, welcome to Amps, Pedals and Pickups. I'm just glowing because I'm finally get to do a review on this guitar. This is the Balaguer Lightbringer guitar. I've had it for like 3 to 4 weeks now. I've sort of been hiding it from the channel because I wanted to run it through its paces before I did a video on it, but now it's time to do some filming and get everything going. We'll go through the specs and everything, but at a glance, this is a 6-string, 26.5-inch baritone guitar fitted with an Evertune bridge, which is so cool. And you know, just the topology of this guitar is that it's like a heavy punk guitar or like a slightly less metal guitar, sort of sits in between that sort of realm. And this is the signature guitar from Beaubucker of the band Satin. So of course bands like Satin, Thursday, Thrice, all those sorts of bands, you know, you'd be getting that sort of heavier punk sound with this kind of thing. But before I keep going on about it, let me just show you a quick mix that I did and then we'll go through the specs and everything else this has to offer. If you like what you're seeing here, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Almost closing in on 1,000 subscribers. It all helps. Just want to hit that milestone and get everything rolling. And I'm also going to mention that I paid retail for this guitar. There's no back scratching, there's no promotions, there's nothing like that. No one knows who I am. I just went out and bought it. It had all the specs on paper for the right price point and everything. I'm obviously a fan of Satin, a fan of Beau. I saw that he was using these models live. He's using it in his live streams. So, you know, from all accounts, it just got really good feedback. I went out and got it because I wanted to pick up a few Evertunes for around here. So let's take a look at the specs of this. I'm not typically a spec guy when it comes to guitars, as long as it has like the fundamental stuff, like a good pickup and a good bridge and everything. That's pretty much all I go for. So just got the specs off to the side here. It's an ash body, 5-piece neck design going on here. The top is that Spalted maple. Like I said, it's that 26.5-inch baritone, so it's a lot longer than the stuff that I'm normally used to. The fingerboard is an Ebony 16-inch, 22 fret. On the back here, we've got the Balaguer locking tuners, which is super handy. While I've got the close-ups going on, you can take a look at the 3-way selector. We've got a push-pull here for the split coil thing. We'll take a look at that in my next demo. Now, the pickups are a proprietary Balaguer. They're the Beaubucker, so Beau obviously worked with Balaguer on these. You know, voiced very well. I'll leave my thoughts for the end of the video, but I really like the pickups. Finally, we've got that Evertune hardtail at the end there, and that is just some awesome stuff for these studio guitars, having that Evertune system. Now, like I said, I'm not really a spec guy. Everything sort of checked out. I reached out to a few friends that had Balaguer guitars. They said they're really good. One guy had one of the Beaubucker models. I think it was the older one than this. So really the only question I had was like, how good do these pickups actually sound firsthand? And luckily, they sound really good. If you follow the channel, in my Les Paul, I've got some bare knuckle Black Hawks. In the EC1000, I had bare knuckle Aftermaths, and I really like what the bare knuckles are doing. And the Beaubuckers, I think, are in the same sort of family of sound, that sort of like modern thing going on. I don't know, I'm not too technical, but it sounds great in amp sims, sounds good with all the amps that I've tried it on. So very good. I don't feel like I need to change the pickups or anything. They are definitely of quality. All right, so I filmed a bit more of a candid playthrough on the 5153. I did the red, blue, green channel. On the red channel, I used a Tube Screamer, the JHS. On the blue channel, just note that I flicked it over to the neck pickup and did the coil switching thing. So I just wanted a different sound, a more indie punk sort of sound, and I went with the Bondi Effects Sick As pedal there. And then finally for the green channel, I just wanted to post a DI, but that was a little bit lame. So I just ran things through the green channel there just to show all the different positions and the push-pull. So let's check that out and see how it sounds. All right, so how's that sounding? Let me know in the comments below if you like the demo and everything. If you want to see something different from these demos, let me know. I can start incorporating that in the future. A little bit hard doing guitar reviews to cover everything and not have like a half-hour video. But yeah, you know, I'm just getting used to the Evertune system. Took me a few attempts to get things balanced, but I really have things dialed in where I can still do bends. When I first got the Evertunes, I had them just completely locked off and they felt way too robotic. I might do a whole video on Evertunes, but yeah, anyway, I've advanced in the Evertune side of things. I really like the bridge and very happy with that in this one. So yeah, this baritone was a little bit new to me. So 22 fret, 26.5 inch scale. Things are a lot bigger than just how they feel on a normal guitar. So, you know, 1 to 5 is a bit of a stretch, and usually above 5 or above 7, it starts to like close in, but it's almost like equal gap when you're going up there. So just did around the like 7 to 12 to 15 range was like, oh, this is more spread out than it was on other guitars. Luckily for me, I'm a rhythm player, so I can adjust to that within a day or two. If I was playing like way more leads, I think, you know, that's going to take you a little bit more time to get used to, or you're probably a really good guitarist and these things don't bother you. But it is worth noting, if you're just looking at this guitar and you don't think that the baritone really makes any difference, I would say it's a noticeable difference. Go play one before you plonk down your hard-earned money. It is different. You can get used to it, but it's definitely worth playing. Obviously, the trade-off with the baritones is it can do drop C, drop B, drop A sharp tunings, a very unassuming Telecaster sort of guitar in those mean drop tunings. So that's the trade-off. Have this in drop C. Everything just holds tune fantastically. Very awesome. Not too much else to go through. Feel-wise, the neck, it's like buttery smooth, feels very nice. The finish is done excellently. Have nothing but praise to go all the way around on this bad boy. But you know, with all this stuff, it's going to be interesting to see how it holds up over time. You know, I've had this for like 3 to 4 weeks now. Everything's going really good. Very happy with my purchase. So if you're in a position now where you're looking at this and you're just on the fence, like, is it of quality? Honestly, it's an amazing guitar. I'm really in the honeymoon period with it. No complaints at all. I will definitely do a follow-up in like a year or more just to see how it holds up, but very optimistic about this, and I'm very stoked with the purchase. Now, the price on these is $1,600 US, and here it's like $2,300 to $2,500 US, which is actually a bit of a steal when it comes to conversions, because I looked and Balaguer directly charged $500 US to ship this thing to Australia. So that's like $2,100 US. Then you shove on like 20% fees and taxes, thanks Jerry Harvey. You're really looking at like $3,600. So the fact that these retail here for like $2,300 to $2,500 is actually, you know, they've cut a break for the Australian market, something we don't get too often. And just to put this into perspective, LTD, MH1000s with Evertunes and Fishmans or EMGs, I can't remember what, they have some sort of metal active pickup. Those sorts of guitars are like $2,700. So for me, getting this spec guitar with a high quality passive pickup at $2,300 to $2,500, you know, that instantly took me over the line. It's a little bit cheaper than the retail stuff. Like I said, this whole thing, buying this guitar, took a little bit of a punt on it. Very happy. I would legitimately prefer this guitar over the more metal orientated ones. It does that punk screamo thing a little bit better. So very happy with the price on this. So that's about it. If you haven't subbed, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Everything helps out here. And as always, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.